So today I'm about to compare two big tower defenses game like anime Last Stand vs anime crossover. So this will be very fun. So subscribe, like, comment down below in the comment section what you think about it. And without further ado, let's get in the video. In this category, I will be talking about gameplay and the mechanics. So I will be doing the same thing for gameplay because both games have a decent amount of gameplay that is the generic tower defense is gameplay that you all know because there's not a big difference and yeah, you can control something like that. But for gameplay, the gameplay is quite decent. I'm not gonna lie, bro, kind of boring, but you know what it is. And yeah, that's it. It's like a tie, so I'm not gonna go that far with it. So let's go to mechanics. Mechanics, we're gonna talk about how the mechanics really work. So in anime last stand, the game barely got mechanics because the game doesn't offer you that much mechanics other than flying enemies. And flying enemies is not a big thing though. Like we don't got like speed enemies. All the enemies are the same now. I don't know why they just adding bunch of units in each update and that's it. So that part, I won't give that to Anime Last Stand. Let's go to Anime Crossover. That game got a decent amount of mechanics like speed units. Doesn't got like flying unit, but I think like speed unit and bosses can stun and those I mean your units and stuff like that. And it's better than like you just standing there calming, no strategy and barely hard. I mean, they both are decent, but for this part, I'll give that to Anime Crossover. Replayability and content. So now this lesson, anime lesson, replayability and content is really hard to talk about because anime lesson got a bit of replayability, which is challenges, raids, and that's all. Because even raids are quite boring because they got barely no mechanics so whatsoever, and I mean, it's quite boring at a way like you can't do like replayability stuff. You just AFK their tiny attacks. That's it. But most of the tower defenses are like that. Crossover, that game also don't got any content because the game didn't update yet, and it has like barely replayability, and like it's kind of meh for me. Like, if you play it at the start, you just like 24 hours, you're done with everything. You just need to get new units and stuff like that. So, I'm gonna give this to Anime Last Stand just because the game released more sooner and had done a lot of time on Roblox platform. But I know if these games anime crossovers start updating, they'll surpass Anime Last Stand. No cap. So Anime lesson won this one. Let's see we wanna talk about graphic and visual. Graphic and visual will be a big thing, bro. Because I know in any tower defenses game, the graphic and the visuals matter the most. And this will be very controversial because you know anime crossovers got buried, but let's talk about Anime Last Stand. Anime Last Stand quality is good but out of place. I can say that. But in this comparison, I know Anime Last Stand got this because they got a good quality like Saitama Evolve, Flave Emperor, and like the Boros thing, and also the Gao Evolve. So they both good, and yeah, they're offering a very good one. But if you have played anime crossover better, you know anime crossover it had like a decent quality and not the best. Yeah, I can see it's not the best, and that's the only problem. And UIs are decent, so this one, Anime Last Stand got it because what can I say? Thing I'm gonna talk about is progression, and for me, in both game, progression is quite slow. In the other hand, progression is fast. Anime Last Stand, I think they got a decent amount of progression, and progression is quite boring because it doesn't give you more mechanics, more units, like I mean, more enemies to fight, like and doesn't have a difficulty. It's just too easy and doesn't it's like it doesn't give that much strategy thing. I mean strategy vibe and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a big problem, and I think they should fix that. But for in the other hand, anime crossover got a decent one, and yeah, I mean anime crossover one is quite good and not a bad one, and it's give you more difficulties and more enemies to fight. So anime crossover got this one. One more point. Gambling system, which is like trade spinning thing. And I think anime last stand got a decent gambling system, and the system is not that gambling because you don't pay a lot if you just tiny tax or do something like that. And in the auto game anime crossover, it's not that gambling because your units doesn't depend mostly on trades. Trades just boost them a little bit. But compared to anime last stand, yeah, the traits really boost your unit like in anime adventures. So for that reason, I'm gonna give this to anime crossover again. And yeah, in my opinion, I think anime crossover is better and got not like the content is low, I know that, but the game is great itself and got some fun things to do. You got like strategies and stuff like that. You can like it's kind of type of hard thing and not that too being too easy and like better than anime last and in everything. So this round goes to anime crossover, and I really enjoy the game since like anime adventures. Yo, that game has been gone for a long time that I forgot the name, bro. And yeah, kind of fun. Has a bunch of fun there. Subscribe for more, like the content, and I'm gonna see you in the next video, bro. I better see you there.